2020 was full of surprises and disappointments. If we've not learned anything, it's that change is constantly right around the corner. Today, we're going to go over 3 business ideas that are guaranteed to make you money in 2021. Okay, fun fact. Did you know that 80% of the millionaires in the United States are self-made? Only 20% of our nation's millionaires were handed their money. Let me give you some scale. There's 18.2 million millionaires in the United States. 80% of them made their own money. That's pretty incredible. So what does this mean? Do you have to be smart? Do you have to have college degrees? Do you have to go to an astute college to have the information that will prepare you to take advantage of these opportunities? You don't. You just need information to be able to take advantage of opportunities. So the 3 that we're gonna go over today, you don't need anything but the ability to see the opportunity, and if this fits, go get it. Before we get started, please like and subscribe. Not only does it help the YouTube algorithm see me, I'm a pretty new channel and it helps me grow. So I appreciate that. Get out your notebook because you're gonna wanna take some notes. Do you remember how much a disposable mask used to cost? It was literally pennies, but all of a sudden you could pay up to $10 for a face mask. And that really comes down to the principle of supply and demand. The demand was high and the supply started to dwindle, therefore the price went up. And so what we're going to take a look at is that same concept, being able to identify what that concept is so that you can take your business ideas and see if they fit in today's market. But stick with me because I'm going to for sure arm you with 3 ideas that will blow up this year and are guaranteed to make you money. So let's dig in. Before this pandemic, if we wanted to go out and get something, we would just leave and go get it. And now we don't. We stay home. And the best part of all is we can still get it. And the reason we can get it is because somebody will bring it to us. Well, that's the first business idea. It's the concept of logistics. You've probably ordered something online over this last year, but especially if you tried to use USPS over the Christmas holiday, then you'll definitely know what I'm talking about. Every year, I put together Christmas cards just because I think that it's kind of an amazing thing to send out to people and it's wonderful to receive. So for, I don't know, 6 years or something, longer than that, I think. I get all the lists together and this year I think like I'm gonna add so many people to the list because everyone's home and needs cheer and I love to send cheer. So I wanted to get them out in time. I made sure I wasn't gonna be late this year. So I get them in the mail by December 16th. Some people were still getting my cards at Christmas. Some people just now received my cards. It's like mid-January now. And the problem is that they didn't have enough people. It's a lot more stuff going through the mail. Couriers like Amazon and UPS and USPS, they are all struggling right now. I mean, Amazon honestly is killing it. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're killing it. This was a game they won for sure. So if you are looking for the ability to start your own courier business or your own logistics business in 2021, you're on the right path. There is definitely a need out there and you don't have to go work for a company to jump in and play the game. You can have a contract with another courier like Amazon and jump in there. You pick up the packages in the morning and just deliver them yourself and you get paid for what you deliver. This concept isn't like outrageous, right? Because if you think about it, Uber really is just delivering people. Not only is online shopping more convenient nowadays, it's a trend that's just growing and it's here to stay. There's a lot of businesses that had to close, brick and mortar businesses, mom and pop businesses, even major chain stores have had to close because of the lack of customers coming in the door. In addition to that, there are small businesses that can't get away to go stand in lines at UPS stores or USPS stores to go ship these packages. So even if you aren't someone who is delivering something, you could simply even be just picking up and taking it to the appropriate courier and then sending them their receipt. What we're talking about is either the option to deliver from business to business, which is B2B, or business to customer, which is B2C. However it works for you, it's definitely not going away. So even if you had signed up with a service like Postmates or Grubhub or something like that, it's still the same concept. And by the way, some people are really killing it with those services. If you know of any particular ones that you've had any experience with or you like to share with other people, let's just share all the love and put it down below. Some people say cleanliness is next to godliness. I just think cleanliness is like an old word now, because now it's like got to be sanitized and bleached and like holy water thrown on it for us to even think that it's safe at all. We're walking around everywhere we go and it doesn't matter because we feel safe. This industry has been around for a long time and it's highly valued. As a mom, I value this service. If I'm going to pay someone, they're going to do it right. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who don't. Companies from airlines to hotels to restaurants, anything that they want someone to come out and have the experience of their service is going to need to be able to advertise that it's sanitary. Yeah, do you guys clean and sanitize your spaces? Because I'm trying to know. So if you have a cleaning business and you're willing to do the extra steps, then you're in business. All you have to do is be able to advertise the steps that you take and the results that they'll get, then be able to prove that and back that up when you get there. It's truly a booming industry right now. More than a year ago, your typical cleaning service might come once a week or once every 2 weeks, maybe even once a month for some people or some businesses. But right now, more than ever, is a more frequent and a deeper cleaning and sanitizing going on all the time. So that's really what this comes down to, is safety. Safety sells right now. And I think that's right now one of the most profitable markets and industries, are things that just make people feel safe. So take that concept, now pair it with the other one. Can you provide a delivery service that's sanitized, cleanly, and safe? You need to tell them that. It's a bonus. And it's highly marketable, which is the point. So make it safe, make it convenient, make it affordable, and you're good to go. Something that has been around for a long time but is needed more than ever right now, especially for struggling business owners. There are a never-ending stream of new social media platforms that get released and launched all the time, and it is really hard to keep up with all of these, especially for someone who never really considered themselves to be tech savvy. So if you'd consider yourself to be pretty savvy with social media, you can be a social media manager. But let's take a step back. Let's talk about what social media managing really is. And here's the disclaimer. This either is or is not your jam. Social media managing is the business owner would not have to think about anything that needed to be posted on social media to be able to market their business. So if there are posts out to their Facebook, that Facebook audience may be different and respond different than their Instagram audience, and you would need to know that. And they want to be able to show up on all these platforms, LinkedIn, TikTok, now Clubhouse, and have a presence everywhere so that they can get brand recognition. They can have an awareness campaign to let people know, hey, we're here, to get leads to come in. And so whatever their initiative is, if that's something that you're already good at, if it's something that you've already been doing for someone, then open up and help more people. Build a team and network with other people. This is something that does take a detailed level of awareness to be able to not just do the same thing everywhere. And sometimes you see businesses doing that because it's really hard to keep up. Sometimes they have someone who will already design their graphics for them, who's their brand manager or their graphic designer, who will already set all of these concepts up, whatever format they need to be in, depending on the platform that they're going to. And then you would just be in charge of scheduling them out or posting them natively to those platforms. But then there's the engaging piece, how to engage with their target audience. Sometimes they'll get comments They need someone to respond back to them. That could be a totally different position, and sometimes that's all they're looking for is just someone to reply to comments and someone to keep people engaged. In addition, sometimes they just need an extra set of eyes on things. So maybe they have someone who's creating their graphics. Maybe they have someone who's already posting them, but they don't have someone who can interpret the data and take a look at the analytics to be able to better assess what pieces go where. So how is their Facebook audience responding to their content? How is their Instagram audience responding? If anything else, you could help them come up with some ideas and test some different things on those different platforms. Sometimes it could be a lot of fun, but again, this really has to be your jam. It's not something that you just jump into. Right now, there are a lot of people who are jumping into this position because they just want to be good at it, but they're not. And it's really frustrating for business owners out there who are looking for someone who can truly help them, not someone who can learn on the job. So whether you're thinking about developing an entire social media agency or just being kind of a social manager or communications assistant, I think there's a role out there and there are spots for you to fit in all over the place. There are people who are building agencies and they need people to jump in and just be in the comments. Maybe it's graphic design and that's what you love, and these agencies can hire you to do graphics for their clients. Perhaps it's answering messages or just doing mini chat and setting that up for people. I had an entire year where I had people who just would refer me to people that they knew to design email campaigns for them. It wasn't all that I did, but it was what I was becoming known for because people had a need for that. And they were just looking for someone who was really good at it. So my name started going around. And I had to turn people down because I'm only one person, right? Now, if I had a team, I was able to train that team. Eventually, I could have an email marketing agency. But I can do more than that, and I'm going to show you through the next set of videos just some of those things and some of those concepts so that you can do it too. Okay, I'm going to slip in this last little one, just kind of like a bonus one. And it's really about making people feel connected. So over the Christmas break, Marissa and I, we put together a box for her family. We lined the inside of the box and we made this whole thing like interactive. And it's because she couldn't go home and she was super duper sad about it. I was so sad listening to her. I totally understood. So we came up with this concept of like just really packing this entire box just full of sentiment and goodness and warmth so that when they'd open up this box, it wouldn't just feel like a gift. It would feel like an experience and it would feel like her being delivered to their house. But the point is that these experiences, because people can't be together, we're always looking for a way to feel more connected. And we were thinking, gosh, wouldn't that be an awesome idea to do if someone could call up and go, hey, can I have a custom gift delivered to someone who may be not feeling well or just lost their job or just happened to be down and need cheering up? Like, other than flowers, what other opportunities are there? I think it's time we start to make more. So what would you make? How would you deliver it? How would it be packaged up? The one thing it's probably the most important about something like this is that it's sanitary, is that it can be delivered. Again, it's all of these boxes all checked, right? Stay connected. That's what we want to do in 2021. But there's something that you make that's unique. If you can wrap that up to be an experience, you're in. So if you have it on Etsy or you have your own landing page, we need to stay connected. So we may need you. Here, at least, have something that you can control more of, even if it's a side hustle for you. These are very lucrative opportunities, and these are things that are not going away in 2021.